Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing another makeup tutorial. This can be a date night makeup tutorial, this can be a Valentine's Day makeup tutorial, it can be a smoky eye tutorial, it can be whatever you want it to be. This is just a look that I remember I recorded earlier last year, so it was probably like May-ish, April-ish when I did this look for a DIY video that I was doing, and I loved it, and I watched that video like a little bit ago, and I was like, I want to recreate that look and actually film a tutorial for it. So that is this look. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, please give the video a thumbs up, and also subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye guys! Hey, welcome back. Today's video I'm going to start with my lips, and I'm just using this Bobbi Brown lip tint. It's just pretty much like a gloss in a tube, and then I'm going to take some tape and place that on the edge of my eye. This is going to ensure a really sharp edge. And then I'm going to take the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Tan. It's a little bit darker or lighter. I didn't want to use hazelnut because I felt like that was a little too dark, and I just blended that out with an angle precision brush from Sigma, and then use an F50 large fluff and the Sacha Buttercup setting powder just to set all of that so it's nice and matte. And then I'm going to take the Bobbi Brown Longwear Gel Eyeliner in the shade Black Ink number 1, and I'm taking a line perfector brush from Sigma as well, and just outlining where I want my wing and how I want my wing and how thick and everything. And then I'm going to go back in right now and start to fill that in and make sure all of that is covered. No skin peeking through whatsoever. And now I'm going to take the shade Noir out of the Shadow Couture palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills with an E15 flat definer brush. And right now I'm just going over that gel eyeliner to set it in place and make sure it's really nice and dark. And then I'm going to take the shade Fudge out of that same palette with an E30 pencil brush from Sigma. And this is how I'm going to smoke it out. Now you can use an E25 if you want to, or you can use the E30 as I'm using. It doesn't matter how you do it as long as you just smoke this out. You can even bring it up a little bit higher onto the lid if you want it to be really dramatic, but I decided to go for like medium dramatic, you know. I didn't want them to be so thick that my lashes covered it, but I want it to be thick enough, if you know what I mean. So right now I'm just tightlining my eyeliner, and then I'm applying some Benefit. This is the Better Than Sex no, this is their Real mascara, one of my favorites. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and peel off that tape, and as you can see, it is a perfect, sharp, crisp edge. It's so amazing. And then I'm using a Bobbi Brown shimmer brick, and this is in the shade of Bronze, and I'm just using a inner corner brush from Sigma and just applying that onto the brow bone. I didn't want a really bright highlight, but just something enough. So moving on to the face, I am using the Benefit POREfessional Pearl Primer just to give me a little bit more radiance slash luminosity, and mainly just to fill in the pores. And then I'm going to use the MakeupForver Pro HD Foundation Stick. This is in 178, and as you can see, it's way too red on my skin tone. And then I went in with the liquid foundation in 177, which is way too light. So I like to mix the two with a little bit more of 177 than 178 and just blend that all over the skin. And as you can see, it just creates a really nice coverage, a really nice color for me. Not too red, not too orange, nothing like that. It's a nice golden base foundation. And then once again, I'm using the Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Tan just to highlight all of those areas. This is a really nice full coverage concealer, and I love to use it. So I'm applying that in all of the areas where I want to highlight, and then I'm blending that out with my beauty blender, and then I am going to set that with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. And I'm just going to press that into the skin and just pounce it into the skin, and also bake down the bridge of the nose and on the side of the nose. And then I'm going to go ahead and start to powder the rest of my face, and for this I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder in medium / deep with just a It Cosmetics large fat powder brush, and I just go around the perimeter everywhere where there isn't any concealer and where I didn't highlight, just to make sure all of that is settled. And then I use the Black Radiance, this is a face powder actually in the shade Mahogany, and a Nikki Garrett contouring brush. This is the first time I've used this powder. I've had this in my little contour compartment in my drawer, and I just haven't used it, so I was like, let me see what this is all about, since my complexion contour palette is like, I'm dead on pan, and I need to get a new one really, really soon. But as you can see, I'm just contouring my nose with an E39 Buff and Blend brush, and I will have that video listed down below if you want to know all of my tips and tricks on how to snatch / contour your nose. It's very simple, but it's a pretty detailed video, so I'll list it down below if you are interested in that. And then for blush, I'm just using the black Radiance blush in the shade Toasted Almond. Such a pretty, like, not too red, but not too like neutral. It's just a really pretty color. And then once again, I'm using the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in the shade Bronze. Bobbi Brown did send me a really, really, really gracious and generous care package of some products that I've never used. I've only owned one product from Bobbi Brown, so I was really excited about that. And this was one of the items, so I was excited to try it out, especially since their Bronze Glow is one of my favorite highlighters to use. So I was excited about that. And as you can see, I'm just pretty much applying that all over the bridge, the tip of my nose, the inner corner, underneath the brows, on the skin, just pretty much everywhere. And then for my lips, I couldn't decide which color I wanted to go with. I could have gone with the mauvier color or the darker red, so I ended up going with Anastasia Beverly Hills Vamp liquid lipstick. I haven't worn them like a red, like a blood red color in a very long time, so I decided to wear that, especially since I was keeping the head wrap on my head. So I just went ahead and lined my lips and filled it all in with this liquid lipstick, and that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe before you go and join the line Yeezys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye!